Hi, this is Mr. Martin, and as you can see, I have your pre-algebra course open, and it's very similar to what you will see in your course. It's a little bit different because this is my version, but I wanted to go through the little bit of the course to kind of just give you a bit of I didn't get a chance to do a orientation, so we're just going to do a mini orientation now. So the things that you really want to concentrate for my class. First of all, this is your what we call the LMS. This is where all your learning takes place. You're going to see that the units are here, Unit 1, Unit 2, Unit 3, Unit 4 on the left side. That's where you're going to do most of your work. And right now what you're seeing are the course announcements. You're going to see a welcome video or an instant message, Mr. Martin. So if you have a quick question, some of you have already figured out how to do this. You'll click on this and there's going to be this thing that says contact Mr. Martin. If I'm on, it'll say Mr. Martin is online. You can type in a message. It's nice if you put your section number under nickname and your question. If I happen to be on but not around the computer, I'll answer your question a little bit later. So that's a good way to get a hold of me. And then of course there's a welcome video. If you click on that, you're going to see me in my wig and stuff. Notice that it'll talk about calculus and pre-calculus. Well, I teach those classes and I was added to this particular class later, pre-algebra, so I didn't mention pre-algebra, but everything that's in pre-calculus and calculus applies to us. But there's some certain things that apply to this class that I want to let you know is really important to you. So let's just take a look and peruse through the units. Now notice I've just clicked on Unit 1. It's ratio proportion. And let's just say you've gone through, you should go through the introduction. You click on each one of these. Let's just take a look at ratio part 1. I click on the lesson 1.02. It loads it up. And you're going to see goals for the lesson. Read through this, and then see the arrow, I can click through. And notice, before you begin each lesson, review some skills that you've already learned. I can click here, express each fraction, 9/72. And of course, if you wanted to reduce that, it's equal to 1/8. So if you click on the answer, there it is. Reset it. You can practice. 21/56. Since 7 goes into both of those, 7 goes into 21 3 times, and 7 goes into 56/8, 3/8. So there's some examples of practice work. But then as you go through, it also gives you definitions and gives you example problems and shows you how to do it. After you've gone through that lesson and done some practice and you're ready to take your quiz, you click on this thing called the 1.02 quiz, and it'll look like this. At the bottom left corner, it'll say begin the 1.02 quiz. So I'm going to go through this one with you. If you haven't already gone through it, you're going to get the answers for free. So begin the quiz now. It says, what is the ratio of 16 to 40 written as a fraction in lowest terms? Well, in lowest terms means we have to reduce it. So option A is out. It would normally be correct. It's the correct value, 16/40, but it's not written in lowest terms. 8/20 is not in lowest terms either. What about 2/5? Well, let me see. 8 goes into 16 2 times, and 8 goes into 45. So that's option C is correct. And you just click on that. What is the ratio of 15 to 75 in lowest terms? Well, if you remember right, 15 goes into itself once and into 75 5 times, so 1 to 5. What is the ratio of 175 to 250 written in word form and lowest terms? So it's going to be the top number to the bottom number. So lowest terms, we have to divide everything by 25. So 25 goes into 175 7 times, and it goes into 250 10 times. So 7 to 10, right? Is that right? So I put 7 to 10. A jar contains 8 pennies and 10 dimes. What is the ratio of dimes to pennies? So 8 to 11. Or, let's try that. Let's see if that was right. A vase contains 12 tulips and 20 roses. What is the ratio of roses to the total number of flowers? Oh, so now roses is going to be 20. but there's 32 total, so 20 to 32. Well, I should write this down. I'm going to do this in my head. 20 to 32. I know that 4 goes into 25 times, and 4 goes into 32, 8. So 5/8, 5 to 8. So there, I've just finished my first quiz, and let's submit for grading. And it gives you a warning, and then it's going to tell you how I did. Oh, look, 5 out of 5. Now, in the event that I would have missed any, and you'll see, I'm going to go to the grade book now and show you. If you miss a problem, you can click on somebody's grade book. I don't want to go too much there. But you can click on the actual 3 out of 4 or 5 out of 5, and you can see what you missed. That's how you do your quizzes. Now, the quizzes make up a good portion of your grade. There's 5 points each, and there's quite a few of them. What I allow you to do is correct the quizzes. So if you go into your grade book and click on any one particular quiz, just like I did, let me go back to this. What you're going to see, I'm going to have to look in the author modes because you won't have this, but I'm going to preview the graded exam. What you're going to see is your answers. Now, if this was a red X, you'd be able to see the correct answers, and you could go through and see why you missed them. If you would like to earn points back, so let's just say you only got 1 right. You had a bad day. And so 4 of these were wrong. If you go through and look at the problems and then you correct them, in other words, you figure out what you did wrong and send me a K-mail saying quiz 1.2 corrections, I will give you credit up to 80% back. So the worst you can get on all of your quiz grades, if you do all the corrections, is 8 out of 10, which is an 80%, which is a B. Then all you have left is tests. So I'm giving you great opportunity to pass the class if you're struggling math the class with a good grade. So that's quizzes, okay? The next thing is Class Connect. Now, our Class Connect is shared between our pre-algebra students. So your Monday Class Connect will actually be attending Mrs. Norda's class, and some of you have already been there, which is fantastic. She sends me a list of all the attendees each week, and if you attend all the classes or a percentage of the classes, most of them, you can get up to 5% extra credit. So now, after your corrections, you're at 80%, and if you get another 5%, you're at 85% for the class. That's a strong B, even if you did poorly on your quizzes. So there's no reason not to pass my class in pre-algebra if you work at it. So far, stay up with your calendar, do your quizzes, make your corrections, and come to Class Connects. That's the big important thing in how to pass my class. If you have any questions on how to use the Dropbox, make sure to ask me. But Dropbox assignments are always the part 2. So if I go into the course over here, and I say test part 2 and I click on it, what it's going to bring back is a teacher scored test, and I click on that, and at the bottom it tells me it's going to open up a document in Microsoft Word. So I'm going to open that document right now. You should be able to see it. It's going to pop up right here, and you're going to see Wanda took out a personal loan with simple interest. And so it's going to ask you some questions. You're going to write the answer right on this form, save it, and then submit it into the Dropbox after you've completed. So you'll click on Dropbox, and it's going to give you unit test part 1. See, no one's turned in anything. This is my Dropbox. But you'll be able to turn in all of your different tests, your part 2s right there. I'll grade that by hand, and it'll show up in your grade book. Well, I hope this little tutorial was helpful. I'm looking forward to everybody in this class having great success. We have quite a few kids in this class, so I expect a lot of you to be attending Mrs. Norda's class. In addition to Mrs. Norda's class, there is also a help class that you can come if you have questions. If you just want to come and work problems, it's kind of like a study hall. Well, let's take a look at that. Under Teacher Contact Information, You can see how to get a hold of me. You can also see the Monday class announcements. Okay. Our other help session you'll be invited to is on Wednesdays from 1 to 3. So you're welcome to drop in on Wednesdays from 1 to 3. I'll be helping other students in there in calculus and pre-calculus and physics. But basically, we'll put you in a room, like a breakout room. We'll work some problems together. You'll answer questions and ask questions. And it's just a way for me to help you on your homework if you need to, or any of the quizzes or the tests. So with that, thanks for coming into my little video, and I hope you have a great day.